So this is a US oil analysis for Monday, 27th of November. US oil, also known as WTI. Now, before we get into the analysis, a quick risk disclaimer. Now, with the risk disclaimer out of the way, we can get into the analysis. So, just going to grab the pen. We've been in, it's pretty clear for everyone to see, we've been a very strong uptrend on oil. We've had a few pullbacks here and there to moving averages, but we've not seen quite deep retracements for quite some time. I'm all the way back down here in around the 20th to 21st. We did have a deeper retracement, but ever since then, the retracements have been pretty bullish in the market overall. Now, we did say from the last video that we were targeting $59 a barrel on oil before we go up to our $60 target. So I did expect some seller side momentum to come in. We do seem to be having a sell side momentum coming into the market. As the closer we get to $60 a barrel, I think the more nervous some people will be. So they'll probably take some profits in anticipation of everybody else taking profits. So you might want to try to front run everybody else, and we might see a few pullbacks before we get up to that $60 a barrel mark. Might have a few deeper retracements than we'd like, but overall, it does seem that oil is being drawn to that $60 a barrel mark, nice psychological level. Now, let's just see how high we traded with. Let's see if we've retested at 59. Yes, we turned up at. Yes, we got to on the 24th. So on the 24th at 6. So it was on Friday. We got up to 59.02. So we did get up to that $59 a barrel that we're looking at here on Monday the 27th. Again, we are pulling back from that $59 a barrel. Again, we do expect that to happen. So we are seeing a bit of a pullback. So potential targets for our pullback, if we do see a deeper pullback, we could potentially see prices come all the way down to 58.28 before potentially looking for a bounce. Down at 58.28, we'll likely have the 50 period moving average as well. Potential area for a bounce in the US oil or WTI, as some know it, for a move up to that $59 a barrel mark. Now, if however we do see a lot of sell side momentum take us below 58.28. The very next level we'll be looking at is we do have 57.12 marked out on the charts, but possibly before we get down to 57.12, I think I've identified an area of interest, possibly in around here. Yes, that's where it is. Let's just move that up a bit. Just bear with me a second. Tend not to like doing chart edits mid analysis. Well, 57.75, yeah, in around a 57.75. Let's just grab the pen. So if we do a breakdown from 58.28, we're looking at 57.75 before possibly looking for a move down to 57.12. Now, 57.75 is not a very strong level. We do seem to have had a bit of a pullback down towards that level, but a 57.75 is not as strong as possibly the 57.12 level. Now, those are potential targets, depending on market volatility. I can't anticipate us getting all the way down to 56.50, to be honest, or the 200 period hour. I can't anticipate us getting all the way down to the let's see, it's 200 odd points. You know what? Oil is volatile enough, to be fair. It would take very strong fundamental catalyst. It would take a very strong fundamental catalyst to get all down to 56.50. But overall, I would expect 57.12 to be the lower end of the range. Now, let's have a look to the upside. So to the upside, again, we were targeting that $60 a barrel. So depending on how far the retracement takes us, we'll be looking to target that 59. If we do once we successfully navigate it, again, we'll be looking for 59.50 before we get up to that psychological level of $60 a barrel. So we might see some sell side momentum come into the market before we even get to $60 a barrel. 59.50, an area we're looking at, or possibly in around that 59.90 for potential sell side momentum in anticipation of the $60 a barrel being a big take profit zone, or as well as a area where bears might come into the market in anticipation of bulls exiting. So 60 dollars a barrel, and we're pretty close to it, so we might overshoot it depending on market volatility, but that's the target we're looking for on US oil. So let's just have a look at the higher time frames before wrapping up here. So if we go over to the monthly chart, and let's get on here, correct. On this monthly chart, we've had our lows here. We've had a higher low, had a higher low again, and we've had 3 consecutive bullish months here. Very strong closes to the candles, closing near their highs, indicating some strong buy side momentum in the market. And we do look to poise for a very strong move up towards that $60 a barrel mark. Now, I'm just going to have a check, see where the most recent highs were. Most recent highs were in around $62 a barrel, was it? Let's just see, 62.50. So in around 62.50 is our most recent swing highs on the monthly charts. And we do have the 200 period moving average here on the monthly chart, currently sitting in around that 64.70 zone. So again, do successfully navigate 62.50, 64.70, but these targets are your medium to long term targets. So it's not something we will likely get up to before the end of the year. But market volatility can take us up there, and oil is quite volatile. But we don't anticipate it. In the sense that we might expect more consolidation around that $60 a barrel mark. So we might get up to that 62.50, but I would anticipate 64.70 being somewhat ambitious. Now, let's just have a look at the weekly time frame. So over the weekly time frame, as we can see here, let's see, let's get it correct. So we came at the bottom of this channel, as you can see here. We're in a bit of a channel. Earlier in the year, we came out as the bottom channel, moved up, pulled back. We've had, in the most recently, and we've had a series of very bullish weeks. Now, these very strong bullish weeks, candles closing near their highs. We've now successfully navigated the 200 period moving average. We do look poised for continuation up to that $60 a barrel mark, beyond which we're looking for 62.50 and 64.70. Those are levels that we're looking for if we do continue to see the buy side momentum that we have over the past couple of weeks and months. 64.70 may not be too ambitious. I've mentioned that it is ambitious, but it may not be too ambitious if we do maintain the strength of the trend that we have had so far. But it'd be somewhat unusual to have such a strong trend for such an extended period, but these markets can surprise us. So overall, we do look poised for more bullish buy side momentum here on the weekly chart. I'm going to have it over to the daily just a second here. So going over to the daily chart, and on this daily chart, well, what can you say? We've had a series of higher lows, very strong extended move, had a deep retracement, and a very strong extended move to the upside. Now, so we do look poised after this retracement that we're currently in for a more bullish buy side momentum to take us up to that $60 a barrel mark, beyond which you're looking for that 62.50 and possibly 64.70. Yep, so those are the levels that we're looking at, and that's our analysis for the high time frame as well. So that should wrap up the US oil analysis, also known as WTI. Thanks for watching.